problem with traditional arts? Well, we have to go back to the reason they were created in the first place. For example, blocking. Blocking was done to assault a person with armor. Both participants had 20, 30 pounds of armor on, and in order to block the strike, you had to go through these large demonstrative motions. Well, throughout the years, because of the Asian mentality of tradition and holding on to that tradition, they've done the same techniques, although not necessary. Then came Bruce Lee, who broke through that barrier, broke through all the tradition, and said blocking doesn't work. If I block a strike, if the opponent's bigger and heavier than me, I'm not going to be able to take that blow. However, a destruction or an interception, again, will render size and strength an irrelevant point. Now, for that 1 out of 20 times where the opponent actually would block you, this is where we apply the traps. This is where we need to learn how to read pressure. This is where energy drills kick in. Let's show you what might happen if the opponent does block you. Okay, Jack, come on in. Jack's going to come in with a blast. Sometimes this is a visceral response. The opponent will just shut their eyes and put their hands up. Okay, Jack, come in with a blast, please. So this is a lot of times what it would look like. The opponent is shutting their eyes, they're receiving a lot of punches, and that hand comes up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start you from that position to save time. This is our reference point. This would be the position. The first technique we're going to do is we're going to pull. It's called a lap sao. We're going to destroy the nerve right on the arm. So as I move, this is the first technique. We're pulling, use a lot of hip, and destroy that obstacle. Once you've destroyed the obstacle, then you can go into your headbutts, knees, and elbows. Let's give it a try. Now we're going to move on to our next trap. It's important to understand at this point that each trap that we do is based upon the energy that the opponent gives us. This is why we need a variety of different traps. In this particular case, we're trapped here. Jack is giving me an energy that's pushing a little bit. It doesn't feel right to do the first move because it would cramp it. So as I feel this energy, boom, I'm coming down to the groin. That's our next move. The energy the first time felt a little bit better to go here. This particular energy, because of the way he's moving, gives me a better vibe to go down low. So let's give that a try. Now, moving along to our next trap. Okay, Tom? When I come in with the pak sao, the energy again, we're starting from here. I'm feeling upon his blast that he's not pushing, he's not pulling, but it's a neutral energy. When you get a neutral energy, boom, coming straight into the eyes is usually the best thing. In this particular case, Tom will block this, and I have to come in twice. We call this a double pak sao. So one more time, I'm coming in, I don't feel any particular energy here, so this gives me the latitude to come straight in. As I come straight in, he happens to block with that rear hand, so I have to trap it too. 1, 2. Now we're going to move along to our next trap. The first pressure that Tom gave me was holding center line. This time his pressure is going to be crossing center line. When you hear me use the word pressure or energy, they basically mean the same thing. We're reading the amount of force the opponent is giving us once we're in trapping range. Okay, Tom. The first move here, I came in once, but the pressure or energy was right in center, so I just trapped that barrier and came in again. The second time, the energy is going to be a little bit different here, and it's too high. I'm feeling this block, so I now have to deal with this barrier. I have to destroy this barrier. The first time, we took this one, boom, with a shot here. We're going to do the same thing on that side. So as I come into here, then bang, then I'm going to take it here. So we can either kill it here, or we can kill it once we get to this side. But the main point is that I can headbutt after I've eliminated both barriers. Now we're going to move along to our next trap. Again, a different energy. Okay, Ryan? The first trap we did when Tom was backing up, he was doing a parry against a pak sao. Notice that the parry was in center line. If I pak sao and he blocks in center line, this is going to give him good form. We don't want our opponent to have good form. So instead of punching straight, I'm going to lateral my motion to here, and I'm going to come in with an eye jab. This is basically the shot that I'm doing. The only way that Ryan could block the shot would be to cross past his center line, which leaves this line wide open to get it back into our headbutt. So the move is 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Okay? So one more time, starting from this reference point, I feel the energy, I zone off in the lateral position, I put my first shot to the eyes, and the second one comes right in. One last time, boom. Okay, let's give it a try.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.